Hello folks, hope you're all doing well. Something amazing has happened. I've got a day off work, so I'm down here by the shed and I'm going to go in there and I've got a few things to do. Going to get some new seeds sorted, so I'll take you through the different seeds I'm sorting. It is a beautiful day here today, although let's have a look up there. It's a bit cloudy, but I tell you what, it's not off warm, but I'm not planting my tomatoes or cucumbers just yet. It's still a little bit early. I'm just going to try and eke that out towards the end of the month, no matter how keen I am to get them on the go. I'm just going to be patient a little bit more, just so they don't get ahead of themselves and it gets a bit risky putting them out when the weather's still a bit dodgy. Then after this, what I'll do, I'll take you up to the other end of the garden. We'll have a look at the things that are growing in the little greenhouses, and then I'll pop upstairs into the little grow space that I've created inside, and we'll see how the things are going under the lights. So we've got the chili peppers under there's some pak choys, and there's something else that I'm forgetting, but we'll have a look, and they're going absolutely great guns, so be sure to have a watch of that and see how the stuff's going under the lights. Anyway, what I'll do, I'll pop in there, I'll get set up, and I'll be back with you in just a minute and we'll get some new seeds sown. And I'm back, and as ever, if you can see me there, I try to show you where the cameras, I try to show you what's going on as opposed to showing you me being on the camera, because it's more important to see the different things that I'm doing here. So the few things that I'm going to sow today, so I've got a couple of different things here. We've got turnip, which is one called Sweet Bell F1, some Brussels sprout, some Braemar F1, then it's time to get some salad leaves on the go. We've got some rocket, we've got some lettuce, and we've got the Cosmic Crimson Mix, which looks absolutely fabulous. So I'll not show you me sowing them all. I'm going to sow them two different ways. So the lettuces, the salad leaves, I'll do them one way, and the turnips and the Brussels sprouts, I'll do them another. So we've just got compost here, it's been saved. And the little white specks that you can see, and there's perlite, and again that just helps with the drainage and holding on to moisture and giving the seeds space and what they need and all that sort of good stuff. Anyway, one of these little seed trays here, and this is going to be for the salad leaves, and again that good old technique of just squishing it down just a wee bit, you know, just so it's firm enough so that the seeds aren't going to disappear into there. And what we'll do is we'll get the lettuce here. We've got some little gems, because it's about time we were getting some salad leaves on the go. Now the reason I'm using a tray like this is because traditionally lettuce seeds, I don't know if you can see them, let me hold them up, they are absolutely tiny. So we just take this sort of scattergun approach on the compost and just sprinkle them in there. And I'm you know, there's probably, crikey, I've probably got 100 seeds there, and that sort of little pinch that I've just put in there. But I'm not going to sow loads and loads and loads more than that. Not all of them will germinate, they'll all fight for space and all that sort of stuff. But one thing I'm going to try and do a little bit better this year, it's not plant everything all at the same time so it becomes ready at the same time. I'm going to try and space stuff out a little bit more, which is why I'm just doing the 3 different types of salad at the moment. So now that they're on there, we're just going to get a little bit of compost again. We're just going to sprinkle it over the top, just a light covering. I'm not putting millions of compost on the top there and sort of covering it up. And we'll just dust that off. We'll get that looking nice and neat and tidy, and we'll get our little squishy tool thing there. I can't remember what it's called. Getting old, you see. One of those things, and we'll just squish that down again. I'm hardly putting any pressure on that at all. It's just basically the weight of that block of wood that's pressing that down. We've got our good iron brew bottle here with some water in it, and one of these little plasticky things that turns into a little bit of a sort of watering can, and we're going to give that a decent watering, because the compost was out of a bag that I've had open to do other seeds. So it's got, because it's open, the air's got in, it's just got a little bit dry, so we'll just make sure that's got plenty enough water in there for those seeds to germinate. And I think I've mentioned before, one thing, I think lettuce seeds, salad leaves, really small seeds, you need to be careful with it, the way you're watering it, and that little bit of sort of dampening down on the compost, in that lettuce seeds can float because they're so small and so light. You put too much water in and they can float, and they'll come out of contact with the compost, and you'll end up with a poor germination rate on them. So I'm a little bit careful with them, just like to give them that little bit say, sort of squishing down and making sure they're all pressed in there. And I've got so much stuff around here. I'm running out of space of where to put these, because I've got some. These are aubergines here. These are sweet peppers. There are a couple of sweet peppers there. They all need potting on. I'm just going to do that later on. I've got some leeks over here that I completely forgotten about. They've been in this window for about 2 weeks, so I'm going to sort of do a thing where I top and tail them and pot them on. But that's maybe one for the weekend. But we'll see. So we'll pop lettuces over there, and for you eagle-eyed viewers out there, there they are. I thought I'd forgotten them. I've got my free DT Brown labels here, because I'm terrible at labelling plants. So remind me, little gem lettuces are in this one here, so I'm going to write that up after I've done this. I'm only going to do this so I don't forget what's in there. Right, so this is one of our container-wise cell trays. We got these last year. This is one of the Charles Dowding 60 cell ones. Now the cells are pretty small in these. They're pretty small, so I'm going to do the Brussels sprouts and the turnips, and it's only going to be sort of 1 seed per cell, but those seeds are a little bit bigger, so they're a bit easier to handle. But again, I think I've said before, what I like about these container-wise ones is the holes in the bottom. So these ones, because they're a bit smaller, pinky finger in there, and it pops it up, and the little plug plant that you've made comes out of there. Absolutely fab. So I'm not going to do all of this whole sort of cell tray for you there, because you don't need to see me planting 60 seeds. Not that I'm going to do 60 Brussels sprouts and turnips. That'll be a wee bit too many. But we've again putting our compost mix in there. The wee squisher thing's not going to fit in these tiny little cells, so I'm just going to use my finger to squish it down a little bit, just the job. And when you do that, I generally find that when you put the compost on the top and you spread it out, there's always 1 or 2 cells that don't quite have as much as the others, and it's nearly always the ones at the edge, and that's probably because I dumped the compost in the middle and sort of spread it outwards. So what we're going to do here, let's get these ones here, Turnip, Sweet Bell F1s, there you go. So we'll just get these, and these should be, in theory, not that I've done this variety before, but these seeds should be a little bit bigger than the lettuce ones. So those lettuce ones are so small and light, and I mean these are quite small, but they're big enough for me to pick one up, pop them in there, pick one, pop it in, right, and we'll whack them back in, and I think we'll just pop a little bit more compost in there. Yeah, let's just do that quickly, and let's get some Brussels sprouts in here. Love them or hate them, Brussels sprouts. It's that time of year to get them going. They take a long time to go, Brussels sprouts. They take absolutely ages. So if you want them for the back end of the year and towards Christmas and whatnot, then now's the time to be getting them going, and we'll show you them there. The Brussels sprouts are even bigger than the turnips. I'm going to go for that technique again, where I get a few and then just drop one out in 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got a few seeds left here, and I'll tip them back into the packet, not over the compost, so I don't drop them into the compost and we end up with random things germinating in there. I'll pop them back into the packet, and again I'm just going to lightly sprinkle the compost over the top of this cell tray. And because it's got a few more cells there, what we've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got another 40 cells there or something ready to be filled up. So I might put some of these lettuce and shoot. Tell you what we'll do. Tell you what, let's have a look at these now, right? Let me just, while we're here, right? So we know that they're the turnips, 1, 2, 3, and we know that they're the sprouts, 1, 2, 3, and I'll write those up afterwards, I promise, because even though this Cosmic Crimson mix that came from Baker Creek all the way over in the US of A, the seeds, and they actually, look at them, they're bright white and they're really big, which is unusual to have seeds that big for sort of leafy things like that. So I might do some of these in these cells, and I'm going to sow, well, hopefully sow and then grow, I guess, that way around. These cells here, so I'm going to put them in here. Normally, like I say, I would do the leaves in those sort of half tray things like this, and because I've got some space in this tray, I might as well use it. There's no point wasting it. What I wanted to do mainly was show you guys these seeds because they're something a bit different. They're a bit funky. I'm hoping they're going to be absolutely brilliant. So I'm sowing way more than I'm probably ever going to use, but because they're quite funky and quite different, what I am going to do is grow more than I need and then give them away to people to grow, because hopefully they'll enjoy growing them as well. So, you know, maybe some other people at the allotment, or some people around and about here, or anybody who fancies ones. And again, let's just give them a wee sprinkling over the top. They're difficult to see, those seeds, compared to the perlite that's in there. I'll dust that off. Right, again, haven't used my fingers here because the dabber thing doesn't really work on these cell trays because they're just tiny wee things. Right, and let's get this marker here. Right, so these were 1, 2, 3 sprouts, and then the lettuce was there. And again, because the compost is a bit dry, it's going to get a good soaking. So what I'll do next is I'll faff on in here, getting the rest of these seeds sorted and whatnot, and getting things potted on and different things done. But I'm going to take them up to the top of the garden there, where I've got the little greenhouses. I don't have some big fancy greenhouse. I wish I did, although if you'd seen the post I did a while ago about a potting shed, I fancied a potting shed, but then the prices of them were scandalous. So I'll have a dander up there, I'll pot them out, I'll take the camera up when I go, and I'll show you how things are looking up there, and then we'll have a quick look in the house at how those chilies and whatnot are getting on in there under the grow lights. So I'll be back with you in just a jiffy. Okie dokie, so that's all the seeds sown that I'm going to do today, and I've potted on some bits and pieces. So we're here at the very first little mini greenhouse. This is one of these Aldi special buys. I've actually got another one of these that I'm going to put here. It's going to go here next to it, but that's just waiting there ready to be built. So let's have a look what we've got in here. This is the Pack Joy. This is the DT Brown. Whenever you put an order in with them, send you a free pack of seeds. And this is Pack Joy in here, and it's going absolutely great guns. And I think I might actually I might actually plant some of that tonight. I might take it up to the allotment this afternoon and get some of that planted out. Over this side over here, I've got some radish. I have no idea why I decided to grow radish in cell trays this time round, because every other time I've done it, I've just sown it direct. So there's some radish there. Again, that's very, very close to be going out, so that'll create some more space in here. And here's these two little seed trays of seeds that we've just put in. The one at the front there is rocket, and the one at the back is the little gems there. And right at the bottom here, let me just pull this out just to check the names. We've got our turnips, our sprouts, and our cosmic crimson lettuce at the back there as well. And let's come up the top here. We've got our broad beans. These are going really, really, really slowly this year for some reason. I'm not sure why they're taking so long to germinate, but you can see they're just starting to poke their heads up there. And as we move over here, it looks a bit like a mess, but these are there's a brune banana shallots, and they're actually growing really, really well. They've just sort of all floppy and whatnot, but they're looking absolutely grand. Right, 2 seconds, I'll pop over to the greenhouse and we'll see what's going on over there. Right, and quick as a flash, I'm over here. Now this one is just one of those cheap blow-away greenhouses. This is my very first one, so you know, it's a little bit precious. I mean, it's 3-4 years old now, and it's still absolutely rock solid, not a jot of bother with it. So down here, this is some of these leeks that I just potted on not so long ago. They're Leon prize taker leeks, and all they did, because they were a little bit leggy, they'd been sort of left in the shed by mistake. You know, you all have that one thing that you sort of forget about. I've given them a little bit of haircut, so they've all been chopped at the top, and they've all had their roots chopped a little bit just before they've been potted on there. Next shelf up, we've got some sweet peas that are going great guns there. Had some absolutely fantastic germination rates on them, so they're going great guns. Don't be put off by these 5 cells at the front here that you can see are empty, because there's no seeds in them. Those 5 are totally empty, but all the rest of them are looking absolutely fabulous. And if I push up to the top here, we've got the Bedfordshire Champion onions, and this is our first time growing onions from seed, so we'll see how they go. And I went to a load of faff and a load of bother to attach these little clips and these little sticks, and I mean, what a hassle. It was a right pain in the backside to get it done. And there's no point, because I'm not going to go and show them. I'm not entering shows or anything like that, so that they can just flop over if they want to. There's absolutely no need for me to have those, sorry for that tie-up thing flapping in front of the camera there. There's absolutely no need for me to have those sticks and those clips in there. However, right, back with you in 2 seconds. I'm going to go inside and we'll have a look how the things are going underneath the grow lights. So this is the first set of grow lights here, and it's, apologies for the light, hold on, what I'll do is I'll just pop them off and see if you can see the plants underneath them a little bit better. So these are the things that I've just been potting on. So we've got two different types of sweet peppers, and we've got some albino aubergine in there as well. And this is the very first sort of set of lights that I put things under. So when they're very, very small, very new, just been potted on, I pop them under these little lights here, and we pop them on, and it's got the blue and the red lights there together, so which is why it looks sort of purpley. But what I'll do now is we're going to pop upstairs to the little grow area thing that I created in the cupboard, where I've got the real deal sort of grow lights under there, and we'll see how things are going there. Back with you in just a jiffy. Right-ho, so here we are. This is the real deal in here. This is the Spider Farmer SF1000 lights in here, and they're going absolutely great guns. So you can see here, that's probably, you might be able to see that, you might not. They're only on about 60% of the lights at the moment, and these things are absolutely flying. So these are the chilies. I'll just pull them out a little bit, and they're brilliant. They're absolutely flying. These need potting on. If I've got time today, I'll do them today, but it's more than likely to be the weekend. I can see this one here, leaves are just going a little bit yellow, so they're probably running out of nutrition. But Rob mentioned, Rob from Rob's Allotment channel mentioned something called Chili Focus, which is a good feed for feeding your chilies, so I'm going to look at getting some of that. And over here we have got some sweet peppers. These are the King of the North ones that I mentioned. They're going absolutely great guns as well. And just hiding at the back here, these are some of the aubergines, and these are Moneymaker F1. They're getting big, they're getting really big. So these and these and these all need potting on this weekend. But I'll just move back a little bit there, and you can see all those plants absolutely flying under those lights there. Anyway, that's me done for today. I'm going to head up to the plot this afternoon. I've got loads of jobs to do up there. I've got a new pea and bean frame thing to set up and that, so watch out for that video coming. I'm going to do a little bit of a plot tour as well to show you how things are looking at this time of year. But that's me done for today. Thank you very much for watching, folks, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.